In today's connected world, a new generation of professionals has rewritten the rules of work and travel. They call themselves digital nomads, individuals who use technology to earn a living while exploring the world. This story follows Emma, a young writer and content strategist who left her office job in London to build a life that fits her values of freedom, creativity, and discovery. It all began with a single decision. Emma realized that her happiest moments didn't happen inside a gray cubicle, but in moments of connection. Working from a quiet cafe, watching people move, feeling life happen around her. When she discovered that all she needed for her job was a laptop and Wi-Fi, she saw a door open to something entirely new. She sold her furniture, packed her backpack, and booked a one-way ticket to Lisbon, Portugal. Her first months were full of both excitement and uncertainty. Each day brought a new workspace, a sunlit co-working studio by the river, a rooftop cafe filled with other travelers, or sometimes a quiet park bench. She met designers from Spain, marketers from Germany, and coders from Japan, all sharing stories of how they turned the world into their office. The global network of nomads amazed her. Everyone seemed to have their own rhythm, balancing deadlines with sunsets and meetings with morning swims. But the life of a digital nomad was not just about beaches and freedom. It required discipline. Emma had to learn to manage her time across time zones, keep communication clear with clients she had never met in person, and build trust through professionalism rather than proximity. Yet, every challenge deepened her independence. She no longer worked to escape life. She worked to live it fully, in motion. Months turned into a year, and Emma's office had no borders. She wrote articles in Thailand, edited campaigns from a train in Japan, and brainstormed ideas while hiking through Bali's rice terraces. The world became her classroom. Every place she visited shaped her language, her perspective, and her ability to adapt. Emma learned to listen not just to clients but to cultures. A simple business call could reveal the subtle ways people express politeness, urgency, or respect. She realized that English, the common language of her work, sounded different in every accent, and yet it united people across oceans. That insight made her a better communicator. She began using clear words, gentle tones, and cultural awareness in every conversation. There were moments of loneliness, too. Working remotely often meant long stretches without in-person contact. To cope, Emma joined local co-working communities and online forums for nomads. There, she found friendships that transcended geography. They shared advice about visas, taxes, and reliable internet spots. But they also shared the deeper conversations about identity and belonging. For Emma, the most powerful lesson came from contrast. One week she would work from a high-rise apartment in Singapore, the next from a wooden hut in Vietnam. Each environment reminded her that productivity doesn't depend on luxury. It depends on focus, clarity, and passion. The simplicity of travel taught her to live with less, think with more depth, and find beauty in ordinary details. The smell of coffee, the sound of waves during a Zoom meeting, the quiet pride of completing a project while the world moved outside her window. After 2 years of constant movement, Emma returned to her hometown for a short visit. Her friends asked if she planned to settle down. She smiled. To her, settling down no longer meant staying still. It meant finding balance between mobility and meaning. The digital nomad life had changed her understanding of success. It was no longer about titles or office views. It was about freedom of choice, creative contribution, and emotional growth. Emma's global office was not a place, it was a mindset. It taught her that work could exist anywhere, but fulfillment comes from purpose. She realized that digital nomadism was not about escaping society. It was about participating in it differently on her own terms. She contributed to local economies, collaborated with multicultural teams, and shared her knowledge through online mentoring. One evening, she opened her laptop in a quiet cafe by the sea. As she began to type, she reflected on the journey that had shaped her identity. Every country she visited had become a chapter in her story. Every challenge had built a new skill. Every connection had expanded her world. She wasn't just working remotely, she was living intentionally. Emma's story reminds us that language, technology, and courage can dissolve borders. The world, with all its colors and contrasts, becomes one vast workspace for those who dare to redefine how life and work can coexist. For her, the office was no longer a building. It was the globe itself, alive with ideas, voices, and endless possibility.